Microsystems, Compaq, Digital Equipment Corporation, and America Online, AOL, raised venture capital early in their lives. Some of today's fastest-growing entrepreneurial companies, such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Zynga, and Groupon, were also recipients of venture capital. Over the past 17 years, we've been involved in hundreds of venture capital financings. 6 years ago, after a particularly challenging financing, we decided to write a series of blog posts that would demystify the venture capital financing process. The result was the Term Sheet series on Brad's blog, which was the inspiration for this book. As each new generation of entrepreneur emerges, there is a renewed interest in how venture capital deals come together. We encounter many of these first-time entrepreneurs through our activities as venture capitalists at our firm Foundry Group. You can find us online at foundrygroup.com, as well as our involvement in TechStars, which you can find at techstars.org. We are regularly reminded that there is no definitive guide to venture capital deals, and as a result set out to create one. In addition to describing venture capital deals in depth, we've tried to create context around the players, the deal dynamics, and how venture capital funds work. We've tossed in a section on negotiation, if only to provide another viewpoint into the brains of how a venture capitalist, at least the two of us, might think about negotiation. We also took on explaining the other term sheet that fortunate entrepreneurs will encounter, namely the letter of intent to acquire your company. We've tried to take a balanced view between the entrepreneur's perspective and the venture capitalist's perspective. As early-stage investors, we know we are biased toward an early-stage perspective, but we try to provide context that will apply to any financing stage. We've also tried to make fun of lawyers any chance we get. We hope you find this book useful in your quest to creating a great company. Audience. When we first conceived this book, we planned to target it at first-time entrepreneurs. We both have a long history of funding and working with first-time entrepreneurs, and often learn more from them than they learn from us. Through our involvement in Techstars, we've heard a wide range of questions about financings and venture capital from first-time entrepreneurs. We've tried to do a comprehensive job of addressing those questions in this book. As we wrote the book, we realized it was also useful for experienced entrepreneurs. A number of the entrepreneurs who read early drafts or heard about what we were writing gave us feedback that they wished a book like this existed when they were starting their first company. When we asked the question, "Would this be useful for you today?" many said, "Yes, absolutely." Several sections, including the ones on negotiation and how venture capital funds work, were inspired by long dinner conversations with experienced entrepreneurs who told us that we had to write this stuff down, either on our blog or in a book. Well, here it is. Of course, before one becomes a first-time entrepreneur, one is often an aspiring entrepreneur. This book is equally relevant for the aspiring entrepreneur of whatever age. In addition, anyone in school who is interested in entrepreneurship, whether in business school, law school, an undergraduate program, or an advanced degree program, should benefit from this book. We've both taught many classes on various topics covered in this book, and hope this becomes standard reading for any class on entrepreneurship. We were once inexperienced venture capitalists. We learned mostly by paying attention to more experienced venture capitalists, as well as actively engaging in deals. We hope this book becomes another tool in the tool chest for any young or aspiring venture capitalist. While we've aimed the book at entrepreneurs, we hope that even lawyers, especially those who don't have much experience doing venture capital deals, and experienced venture capitalists will benefit from us putting these thoughts down in one place. At the minimum, we hope they recommend the book to their less experienced colleagues. In an early draft, we varied gender on pronouns, using she liberally throughout the book. However, as we edited the book,